Well, all is calm right now, but in just a few hours, our temperatures will start to plummet and that wind will really pick up too. Temperatures across North Texas could be below freezing by lunchtime. Welcome back to Daybreak. I'm Cleo Green in for Mark.
Good morning. I'm Kara Soul. So if you have any plans outside today, layer up. The Armed Forces Bowl is tonight at TCU Stadium featuring Baylor and the Air Force. Mark is supposed to go to that.
Oh.
Temperatures are going to be in the teens, but fans will be able to bring blankets. Okay, Greg, I heard Cleo mention that wind. What kind of wind are we looking at?
We could see some gusts 40+ miles per hour out of the north and northwest. So that's some very cold air, some strong winds. Yes, it is going to be painfully cold out there for sure a little bit later on today. So right now we're still looking at south winds across the area. Temperatures relatively mild, but this won't last much longer across North Texas. Let's get you on out here this morning. A little moisture out there as well. So we have seen a little fine mist and drizzle out there for you this morning. So when that cold air moves in, we could see a very quick freeze, a flash freeze, if you will, across the area in some places. So just keep that in mind. We'll have a little freezing drizzle, maybe even a few flakes of snow a little bit later on. But again, no major travel issues expected across the area. 40 degrees taking you out to Fair Park right now. There's the front working its way into the northwestern parts, far northwestern parts of the area right now. You see Wichita Falls, Archer City down in the 20s already, but out ahead of that, upper 30s to low and mid 40s. As you get out to Breckenridge, still at 45, but that front is going to be making steady progress on into the area a little bit later this morning. So still looks like the timing around the Metroplex, anywhere from 7, 8, maybe to 9 or 10 o'clock here this morning when that front moves in. So be prepared for it. Now, as far as any precip is concerned, it will be very light, less than 20% coverage, a few flurries through mid to late morning. But look at the temperatures, as we'll be in the mid 40s around 7 a.m. But then those winds will come around out of the north, 20 to 25. But as I mentioned, we'll have some gusts up around 40+ miles per hour. So those wind chills by lunchtime into the early afternoon will be in the single digits, dropping below zero for us as we head later into this evening. We're looking at low 20s as early as 1 o'clock here this afternoon. And look at those evening temperatures as we head towards 7 p.m. We're going to be looking at some upper teens across the area. And then those overnight lows will dip down into the lower teens, probably some single digits tonight. So we'll take a closer look at that for you coming up. So if you haven't made those preparations just yet, you're about to run out of time. That cold air is on the way. So Ariel Plasencia has more on what you can expect and what you need to do to get ready for it.
Absolutely. I feel like we can't talk about preparations enough, Greg. Thanks so much. And so this morning we're going to talk about the 4 Ps, right? The first one, that's going to be people. So make sure that you've got enough layers of clothing for you and your family, and also that you check on any elderly members of your family. Just make sure that they're good to go and that you've got a plan if they need help. Now, second one, pets. If you are cold, your pets are cold too. So want to make sure that you account for them, bring them inside if you can, and make sure that they stay safe as well. Now, the next one, that's going to be plants, right? We've been talking about it all week. Definitely going to want to cover those in the next couple of hours. Blankets and sheets, those are going to work just fine, experts say, but don't use trash bags. Those just don't offer enough insulation that the plants need. And then the last one, that's going to be pipes. Again, something else we've been talking about all this week. You're definitely going to want to drip those faucets. Something to keep in mind here, plumbers also tell us that pool noodles can be helpful as insulation for exposed outdoor pipes. So keep that in mind. Maybe run to the hardware store today if you can. Now, we've talked a lot about preparations for homeowners protecting their own home, right? But what about any landlords out there or property owners with tenants? Here are some tips from the city of Dallas.
For owners, we want them to have an emergency plan in place, a proactive plan in case emergency occurs, what they're going to do for the tenant.
And the code team for the city of Dallas suggests that part of that plan should include maybe a partnership with nearby hotels and motels, just in case your tenants need to be temporarily housed. Now, if you're renting, consider renter's insurance. Might be a little late time for this time around to do it, but it is possible we could see some more cold temps in the next year, so just stay prepared.